Good night. The sun's down. Bring your imaginations. Gather round, and I'll tell you a great story.
Good evening, and welcome to Storyteller. I'm your host for the evening, JBZ. Tonight's story is Oh, What a Night. It will be told by Aunt Nay, author of Aunt Nay's books. It's a story about a very special little girl and her big adventure with her auntie. It is with great honor that I introduce to you Aunt Nay.
It was a hot summer day, so hot that Mommy said I could get away from the city if I'd like to. What a great idea, I thought. The city, that's where we live. My mom, father, brother, and baby sister. Some people call it the concrete jungle. Well, I don't know how hot it gets in the jungle, but it sure is hot here today. What a great idea Mom has. And I know just the place I will go. I'll go to Great Granny's house for the weekend. Let's go, EE. I want to get ahead of the traffic. Okay, Mom. Oh, boy. Yes, I'll go to Great Granny's. And I'm on my way. Yippee! Great Granny has a house outside of the city where there is lots of green grass, trees, and lots of houses. They call this place the suburbs. It reminds me of the country. Oh, in Great Granny's house, it is so pretty. It is a little white house with lots of trees and pretty flowers. It has 2 yards, one in the front and one in the back. The backyard is the biggest yard. Great Granny has 2 big funny-looking trees in the backyard. Aunt Ann says that they are called pine trees. They look funny, but they are beautiful and very tall. Oh, and I almost forgot. Last, there is a pretty white fence that goes all around the whole house. Auntie Ann says it's called a picket. I wonder what that means. Anyway, I've arrived, and Aunt Ann has so much fun planned for me, I can hardly wait. Hi, Auntie. She's all yours. And you know I'll take good care of her. Come on in, E, and settle down. You're probably wondering why Great Granny hasn't said anything to me, or why I haven't said anything to her. And that's because Great Granny's in heaven. Not to worry, she's just fine. She's with the angels. At least that's what Aunt N says. Aunt N is my grand aunt, my grandma's sister. She is my most favorite old aunt. She lives in Great Granny's house and takes care of it now. It's Saturday morning, and it's going to be such a fun day. Aunt Ann told me last night all the fun things she has planned for me today, and I can't wait. We're going to see an early movie, then for a long drive where we will visit a farm, pick peaches, strawberries, and other fruits. Last but not least, we're going to end the day with a trip to the circus. Oh boy! The movie theater is very big. We saw a funny movie. I ate lots of popcorn and hot dogs. Then Aunt N took me for the long drive to the farm. There are lots of trees with peaches hanging from them. I saw a horse and a strawberry field. I lost count of how many peaches and strawberries I ate. The day is just as I've dreamed it would be. Lots and lots and lots of fun. But the day was far from over. We still had to go to the circus. Ooh-wee! And so we did. I saw clowns with big green noses, ringmasters' voices that roared like lions, ladies and men on flying trapezes. I also saw elephants wearing ballerina slippers, unicorns with wings, monkeys wearing high-heel shoes, and so much more. I ate cotton candy, peanuts, popcorn, candy apples, hot dogs, and I drank so many sodas that my belly was beginning to hurt. I told Aunt In, and she said we should make our way home. It was 8 o'clock at night when we reached home. Aunt In gave me something to stop my bellyache and a nice hot bath. Afterwards, she put me down for bed in my most favorite room in the house, the room with the big glass wall. Aunt In put me in that room because I can look out of the glass wall and see the beautiful, huge backyard with all the pretty flowers. But most of all, I can see the big dark sky holding all the bright stars. Yes, this is my most favorite room. It was getting late and everyone else in the house was fast asleep, including Aunt In. Everyone except me. I was still so excited thinking about my good day. I was a little sleepy, so I began counting the stars. Just then, I heard a noise. I thought that I was dreaming, but I heard it again. What is that? I said to myself. So I got real quiet, listened really good. It sounded like crying. Yes, someone was crying. But who could it be? Everyone is asleep. I know. I think the crying is coming from the other side of the glass door. Shush. So I got out of bed, opened the big glass door, and walked onto the deck to see where the crying is coming from. But I don't see anyone or anything. Nothing at all. So I sat down in Great Granny's old rocking chair that looks over her 2 pine trees. Just then I could see someone was there. It looked something like a little girl, just like me. As I got closer, it is a little girl, just like me. Oh, and she's crying. I said, "Hello, please don't cry. You're making me want to cry and I've had such a fun day. Why are you crying?" And she said, "Because I can't find my mommy or daddy." "What is your name?" And she said, "Ippy Dippy Venus." Well, that's what it sounded like to E. But if you have Venetian ears, it really sounds like this. Ippy Dippy Venus? Wow, that's a funny name. I never heard a name like that before. My name is E. At least that's what Aunt In calls me. And she said that she never heard of a name like mine, and it was funny too. We both began to laugh. So I told her, "Don't cry. I'll get Aunt In, and we'll help you find your mommy and daddy. I promise." So then I asked her, "Ippy, where do you live?" And you'll never believe this. She pointed up to the sky and said, "Up there." "Huh?" I said, and that's when she said, "Up there. You know the star that everyone wishes on?" And that's when my head began to spin, and my stomach started to bubble, and my knees got wobbly, and that's when, yep, I must have passed right out. The end.
Hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Until next time, good night.
Hey YouTubers, I'm Renee Zachary. Thanks for listening. Special thanks to tonight's host, JBZ. And I'd like to thank my husband, John Zachary, for making it all possible. Our next broadcast will be October 16th at 7 p.m. Hope you'll join us then. Good night.